The quiet practice of mark making. Hello and welcome to the series on meditative mark making. In a fast-moving world, art is often expected to produce something impressive, something shareable, something finished. But today, we slow down. This series, The Quiet Practice of Mark Making, is not about creating a masterpiece. It is about returning to the most basic act of art, making marks on paper and training our mind and hands in consciousness. Simple lines, simple movements, quiet observation. Through these exercises, we learn to understand the relationship between the hand, the brush, the paper, water, and color. These demonstrations are also an invitation to slow down, to breathe, and to allow art to become a space of reflection, to connect with ourselves. For me, mark making is not just a practice, it is meditation. A way to quiet the mind when the hand continues to move. So, whenever you are ready, take a moment to prepare your space, gather your materials, and begin. Episode 1: Flowing Lines, Understanding Water and Movement. Before I begin painting, I always begin with a small ritual. Cleaning up my space, making some tea, and arranging the art materials required. Then I take my brushes and feel them. I touch the bristles to my skin, sometimes even with my eyes closed. I dip the brush in water and gently move it across the back of my hand. It is something I learned during my Waldorf teacher training. To understand the brush not only by number or size, but by feeling its softness, its flexibility, its character. It reminds me of something from my childhood. I used to watch my grandmother preparing for her meditation. She would take time to clean the space, light incense sticks, cut fruits, and arrange flowers. Sometimes the preparation took longer than the meditation itself. And when I asked her why, she simply smiled and said that ritual is a way of tuning the mind into peace. In a way, it is similar to what a gym instructor tells us about warming up and cooling down. The body and mind need time to arrive. Art making is the same. So before you begin painting, create your own ritual of tuning in. Maybe clean up your space, put on some music, make a cup of tea, arrange your materials, whatever helps you in your unique way to settle in. And most importantly, take away the pressure of creating something worthy of social media. This is not for others to judge. This is for you. Let the process become more important than the outcome. That is why I call this series Mark Making. It takes away the pressure of creating something unique and is simply confined to making marks on paper. It is simply about making conscious, controlled marks on paper. Understanding how the water, the paper, the pigment, and the brush speak to each other. For me, this practice is meditation, a quiet training of the hand and the mind. In this exercise, I work with watercolor and make flowing curved lines. I observe how much water the brush can hold, how the pigment flows, how much control I have over the movement. I slowly draw curved lines across the page, trying to keep the distance between each curve almost equal. Not rushing, just observing. Allow the brush to move like breathing. Steady, rhythmic, calm. Until the entire page fills with these flowing marks. Creation does not always have to lead to a finished artwork. It's the process. Return again tomorrow to make a few more.